Surely Shakespeare is wicked and the map a bad example with ships and sun and love tempting them to steal. So here Stephen immediately becomes angry and aggressive. Shakespeare is wicked for him. He is cruel, and it is sure. But why does he call Shakespeare a cruel person? As mentioned earlier, Shakespeare has always written about the elite people, the rich people, and the wealthy class. His pen hardly ever touched the lives of unknown slum dwellers or the poor people. His writings always witnessed the luxuries of the world, the glamorous world of ships, sun, and love. But it has no meaning for people living in the slum areas, the people who are living in the death holes. Rather, the tourist destinations shown on the maps and the rich life captured by the Shakespeare, which only tempts the poor people to steal. So this life they can only see, or we can say imagine in their dreams, because they have no money to enjoy such life. For lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes. Now you can see the pathetic condition of people who are living in such slum areas, or we can say the cramped holes or the death holes. So this is one such pathetic condition of the same. Lives of slum children are turning and turning in the wide gyre. It is slyly turning. It is turning and turning in the wide gyre of poverty. What exactly is gyre? It is the continuous circles. And why does this spender is speaking in such way? Because in their entire life, in the entire life of poor people, they are merely moving around the darkness and struggle, small dirty rooms, unhygienic places. For lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes is actually taken for the slum areas, the pathetic conditions, the unhygienic places where they actually live, and from fog to endless night. Alas, merely in few words, Spender speaks a lot. He described the miserable, pathetic, and sad life of slum people. It starts from the fog which is unclear, which is very blurred, and one is not able to see, one is not able to get any hope from that. Such ambiguous environment, their life starts from something which is completely ambiguous, which is completely unclear, and then it ends on the endless night, or the dark night which has no end, endless, never ending, eternal. So in their lives they are getting one thing as eternal, and what is that? Only darkness, without any hope. So slum people has no hope. These people have no hope in their lives, and rather living or just enjoying, they are merely breathing and spending their crucial or tough times. On their slag heap, these children wear skins peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel, with mended glass like bottle bits on stones. All of their time and space are foggy slums, so blot their map with slums as big as doom. What exactly is slag heap? Here is this slum boy who is sitting on the slag heap. Slag heap is nothing but the heaps of garbage thrown out by the factories. And these hungry and underprivileged children who live on such filthy places, they are being reduced to the skin and bones because of hunger. They have become as thin as skeletons. So weird skins peeped through by bones. Look at the very first image in which uh, one small kid is crying. See how miserable this child is. The bones are easily peeped through, or what should I say? I mean, seen through this thin skin. and spectacles of steel with mended glass. One of them got spectacles made of steel, probably these spectacles are discarded by some rich boy. The image very much takes me to the world of Sahib, a character from Law Spring chapter, where he was wearing the discarded shoes with holes, and those discarded shoes were thrown by some rich person or some rich boy. And here, one slum children, he is doing the same. He is wearing these spectacles made out of steel, and the glass of spectacle is mended or repaired. So the broken glass of steel spectacles is mended and repaired, and because of the broken glass, it looks like the bottle bits on stone, as if the bottle is hit on the stones first, and then the glass is shattered to the bits or tiny pieces. It only talks about children wearing glass, and even after wearing such glasses, they are able to see only blurred images. The image is quite unclear even after wearing the specs. This is a very a stare on the society. How ironical is the system of society that these children, they are not able to fulfill their basic necessities as well. So all of their time and space are foggy slums, so blot their maps with slums as big as doom. Now Spender becomes infuriated and angry. In fact, his anger reaches to the highest point. He said that the entire life of slum children is captured in the darkness and fog only. Their life is limited and restricted to the hazy slum. So he suggests the cartographer. Who is cartographer? The one who makes the maps. So he suggests the cartographer to blot or to print a different map for them, which shows their world and suffering. In the same way, the picture of slums should be big, massive, and scary, just like one doom, so that it might be clear to them, or it might be clear to the society, that this slum areas has completely destroyed the lives of such people. And why does Spender want to print such map? Because the original maps are meaningless to slum children, as their lives are captured in dirt, filth, and garbage only. So new maps should be made for them. At least they will come to know that this is their own map, which are showing them to their places to them. At least they won't feel alienated by looking at the open map which is hung on one of the walls of that elementary school classroom's wall. Unless governor, teacher, visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut their lives like catacombs. What exactly are catacombs, children? Catacombs. Your key. The catacombs are actually the burial grounds in the Valley of Kings. Children, you read about it in the Discovering Truth in the class 11th, and their homes are compared to the catacombs because of the lack of space, stench, gloom, and death hovering all around. Very strong metaphor. You can also see the image of these catacombs. These are the burial grounds in which there are so many graves in which the people, the dead ones, they are being buried. Okay. So now Spender is not at all hopeless. He says that we know poor people live in the most pathetic conditions, but unless governor, inspector, teacher, visitor, someone decides to do something about this, this problem cannot be sorted out. So someone in power should make a move to take these people out of their holes, catacombs, or slums. He is not totally hopeless. He is making a frantic appeal to the haves, to the people in power, to do something about these children. So they can be pulled out of these catacombs, their lives can be pulled out of from such tiny homes, from the death holes. Here is one frantic appeal to all, to every sensitive citizen, and he says that break, oh break open till they break the town, and show the children to green fields, and make their world run azure on gold sands. Let's break the barriers and let's take out these underprivileged, and let's show them the beautiful lush green areas. The why this green areas or the green fields? Because nature has always been a first teacher, and make their tongue run, and make them run across the golden sand, and make them look at the beautiful azure sky. Azure is the clear and blue sky. As you can see in the picture, the sky is very much clear. So here is one request made by Spender to all the aware people of country. They he want that every citizen should do something to break the shackles, to break the warriors of these people, and the children must the children must pull out from those death holes and from those catacombs, and they must take out in the green fields into the new world, the world full of nature, the world full of bounties, where they can enjoy and learn from nature. And let their tongues run naked into books, the white and green leaves open history there, whose language is the sun. Let them read, let their tongues run naked into green books and green and white leaves. So what exactly is white leaves? The pages of the books which usually people read and gather some knowledge about the other things of the world. And what are the green leaves? Green is referring here to the green environment. I feel that this is the most beautiful line out of this poem, the line which gives us a very good solution. So Spender wanted the children to be educated. Spender wanted the children to be well read, because it is only the education who has the power to make their desired destinies. Because the one who is educated can only get out of such traps, because education is a wonderful tool to handle many problems wisely and effectively. So he wanted that let these children grabbed out from their holes, let them first take to the bountiful nature, to the green fields, to the the clear sky to the golden sand, so that they may enjoy their lives into the blessings of nature. And let them read, at least let them make educated, let them offer some books, some good books to read, let them be educated, so that with education, okay, only with education they can rise above from their sufferings, from their problems, from their pathetic conditions, and they may become well informed, well read, and educated people of the society. Only with that way they will be able to recreate their destinies. Thank you very much, children, for your attention. I hope I am intelligible enough to you. I hope that this poem is very much clear to you now. Thank you.